Hello everybody, this is Pablo Legacy with another YouTube speech, and this time it's about child development and morality development. There's this perception by some that children are born innocent and then they become bad because the adults around them. I think the truth is a lot more complicated than that. I've worked with little children from preschool time. Like, I actually worked as a sub teacher at all different levels, and I see in preschools like, yeah, some kids are like little angels. Some of them are little devils, okay? It's like they can't even speak a complete sentence, but already they're like hitting and punching, and they haven't lived long enough to be indoctrinated into the norms of society. So it's like, so yeah, so kids are born with certain like dispositions. Just like how some people are like have a disposition to have like lots of anger, or some people have disposition to smile a lot, or some people have a disposition to like whatever. Okay, like yeah. So yeah, there's another thing too. There's a question of are kids born prejudiced? And of course, all the time you see all these memes on Facebook or on social media or TV ads saying, "Oh no, that kids aren't born prejudiced." It's too hard to tell, because you know what? I remember one time I listened to a conversation, and this they mentioned this like Asian baby, like I think it's Korean or Chinese. So, okay, well, anyways, yeah, like when this baby see like East Asian faces, like all right, just the normal usual. When that same baby saw a Caucasian face, he starts crying out loud. I'm like, that's scary. I mean, you tell me that some kids are prone to be racist. I mean, whoa. I was like, when I heard about that, I was like, whoa, man. But yeah, I think some people are prone to that. Some people are prone to be racially tolerant. That's why you even see like, sometimes you see little kids, they will make friends across racial lines. So yeah, so some people are just prone to make friends across racial lines. Whereas some kids, like I've seen in preschool level, like for example, European kids, like the best friends on like European, even though there's Asian kids available to play around with. Or I've seen like Asian kids, like, and we're not talking about like elementary now. We're talking about preschool, like 2 to 3 years old. Like they wouldn't understand a damn thing about, what, all this racial history or whatever. They don't understand that. Okay, we're not talking elementary. We're talking like 3 years old. Okay, I was tripping out when I actually seen that in person. Like they already like some kids are like already dividing themselves into racial lines, and where some other kids are like making friends across racial lines. So I thought that was interesting. It's kind of scary if some of those same kids grew up to be prejudiced and hateful. But yeah, like another thing too about like gender. I mean, already like you see like in 2 or 3 years old, like there's some kids already like out of the gender norms. Like like a boy is already feminine. It's like only 2 years old, or like only 2 years old, and girls already seem masculine. Like they're 2 years old. I mean, they're not gonna understand all this any rhetoric coming from the LGBT activists. They wouldn't understand the damn thing. Kids that age, they wouldn't know the damn thing, right? It's like, but they're already showing these tendencies. So yeah, so a lot of these things, like personality and stuff, it's already inborn. It's like, or they talk about like sexual attraction, okay, like other sexual attraction and body image. It's like, I think it's evolution. I think it's evolution that men tend to be attracted to a certain shape, and women like tend to be attracted to a guy with a certain shape. And I don't think it's like corporate propaganda or Western propaganda. I think it's innate. Of course, I mentioned in my class, one girl got all ballistic, and she's all traumatized for whatever reason growing up, and she thinks it's all Western imperialist, blah blah blah. I think she was just traumatized by her time growing up as the only like Hawaiian girl in Wisconsin or whatever. Anyways, yeah, like, but I think a lot of this stuff is just innate, and evolution contributes a lot more to it than any corporate propagandas. I know it could be scary to some people to admit that certain things are evolution, and that's why people like, okay, for example, like even like politics, like some people are prone to a more authoritarian mentality, and some people prone to more like liberal, like progressive mentality. Well, of course, what's considered liberal in one place is considered conservative in another place in time. So sometimes these things are tripping out. But yeah, so I think my main point is that a lot of these kids, like, tendencies already develop like at a very, very young age. Like, we're not talking like 6-7-year-old young. I'm like 2 or 3 years old. I've seen it in action, and I'm like, yeah. So of course adults can influence, but adults influence does have its limits. Yeah, it's kind of scary for parents or teachers to even acknowledge that their influence has limits. It is pretty scary, but sometimes life works that way. But we try our best, and we try to at least like influence them in a positive way, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But well, anyways, I'm not gonna pretend to have like some PhD in psychology. I'm just talking about observations, and of course some people might inspire a dissertation by somebody else to prove whether I'm right or wrong, and well, in order to do that, they probably got to do some peer reviews and stuff. So yeah, it is YouTube teaching, not peer reviewed. It's not PhD dissertation. It's just observations, and if someone has proof against that, well, if they can write a well-written paper, a well-documented video based not in emotion but actual observations and actual like evidence, then maybe. But so far what I've observed kind of shows that a lot of the children's development, how they are, what their disposition is, it's already innate, and we can try to influence, but we do have our limits. Alright, well, anyways, hope you learned something from this video, and don't just automatically believe what I say. Just do some more research, and maybe you find more things, and you may make your own YouTube video about it. Alright, have a nice day.